Welcome back to Market Headlines. And after experiencing pressure due to COVID-19 pandemic, coffee consumption continues to increase. Even the demand is projected to return to its normal positions in 2021. And regarding this, industry players are preparing to increase manufacturing capacity in order to meet the growing domestic coffee demand.
After experiencing pressure due to the COVID-19 pandemic, coffee consumption continues to increase. Even demand is projected to return to its normal position in 2021. Regarding this, industry players are preparing to increase manufacturing capacity so that coffee consumption growth can be met from domestic products. Moreover, with the presence of vaccines and the absence of large-scale social restrictions, the trend of coffee consumption in the country, which has continued to increase over the past 5 years, will continue to grow. The Indonesian Coffee Exporters and Industry Association noted that demand for processed coffee in the third quarter of 2020 was at 0% or stagnant. The head of the IDX Specialty Coffee and Industry Division, Mulyono Susilo, hopes that demand for processed coffee in the fourth quarter of 2020 will return to its pre-pandemic position. Unfortunately, the growth in domestic coffee consumption has not been followed by the availability of raw materials, even though the manufacturers have started to expand. Throughout 2020, the volume of processed coffee production is expected to decrease by 5 to 10% annually. Meanwhile, the volume production in 2021 is projected to only grow by around 4.22%. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
In the midst of a difficult pandemic situations for industry and business, recovery and improvement are slowly starting to appear. One of them is the domestic coffee industry, which is still be able to survive in line with the level of domestic consumption. So, how is the actual performance of the domestic coffee industry so far? So let's talk about it with the following infographics. Yes, through your screen, we're going to see the first graphic, and it is regarding top 5 coffee producer based on the provinces that is separated from 2017 to 2020. Here it is. We can see we got South Sumatra as the winner, and then still from Sumatra we got Lampung, and North Sumatra, Aceh, and East Java. So we can determine that Sumatra is really well known for its coffee productions. Let's take a look at South Sumatra first. Here it is in 2017. The province can produce 184,000 tons in 2017, but however in 2019 the number went up significantly to be 196,016 tons. Can you imagine? One province in Indonesia can produce those large number of coffee and export it worldwide. And then it's still from Sumatra, we got Lampung, and revealed that Indonesia is the 4th largest Brazil, Colombia, with average productions of 700,000 tons per year. And whereas Indonesia in 2019, the productions reached 729,100 tons. But however, the number of things is still pose obstacles to the productions of Indonesians coffee beans, including the limited land and low productivity. And we hope that these obstacles will remain the concern of the stakeholders. So viewers, from the production side, what about the level of the domestic coffee consumptions? Let's see it's in the next graphic. Here it is. Through the next graphic, we can see Indonesia's coffee consumptions. We can see in 2014 until 2019, the trend is increasingly significant. While in 2014 up to 2015, the number is in 4,417 bags. Well, in the terms of bags, we can assess that 60 kilograms per bag. And then when moving on to 2018 to 2019, the number increased significantly to be 4,800 bags, and we can multiply it by 60 kilograms. And meantime, regarding the consumptions, The trend of coffee consumptions in Indonesia which has continued to increase over the past 5 years, will continue to grow. And in the other hand, regarding the demand, Indonesia's coffee exporters and industry associations noted that the demand for processed coffee in the third quarter of 2020, or we can say it's amidst the pandemic, was at 0% or stagnant. And the associations hopes that the demand for processed coffee in the fourth quarter of 2020 will return to its pre-pandemic position. But however, along with the improvement of the demand for coffee, especially in the processed coffee, how big is the estimated volume of the processed coffee productions in 2020 and its projections as well in 2021? So let's check it into the next graphic. Here it is through the next graphic. You can see through your screen the estimations of processed coffee productions. So let's take a look in 2020. The number, or we can say it in the volume, is in 350,000 to 360,000. It is still the projection from Indonesia's coffee exporter and industry associations. And meanwhile, for the growth in 2020, it is predicted to reach a 5% until a 10% growth. But however, in 2021, it is predicted that the volume will expand even a little bit to 360,000 up to 380,000. We can see such optimism was delivered by the Indonesian's coffee exporters and industry associations with the growth of 5.21%. And Indonesia coffee exporters and industry associations that the needs of coffee will continue to increase to 2023, and the coffee manufacturers are ready to face this increase in demand. And it is estimated that in 2023 to 2025, coffee powder consumptions will double, or around 640,000 tons per year, while the installed capacity of the national coffee milling industry is only around 400,000 tons. So roughly, it is estimated that there could be a production deficit. And this is what the processed coffee manufacturing must pursue. And so, as the fourth largest coffee producing country, how big is the contributions of the coffee exports to Indonesia's trade balance? So let's go to the next graphic. Here it is. You can see through your screen trade balance of Indonesia's processed coffee products. Here it is. We can see in 2019, the Ministry of Industry recorded that the export value of coffee was really big by 610 million US dollar. And then when moving on to the export growth, 2019, coffee export grew by 5.33% as on the year-on-year. Well, if we talk it specifically to this year in 2020, January to June, it posted 211 million US dollar surplus only from the coffee production itself in Indonesia. And then the exports are dominated by instant coffee products, which are spread into Southeast Asia, China, and United States of Arab. And yes, viewers, with these positive contributions, the Ministry of Industry ensures that it remains active in increasing the competitiveness of the national processed coffee industry. And one of the ways by increasing the capacity of human resources, such as baristas, roasters, and copper. And the Minister of Industry is confident that Indonesia will continue to be a major exporter for the processed coffee products. In addition, Indonesia, which was previously known only as a coffee producer, is now also known as a coffee consuming country. So it is hoped that the domestic and foreign coffee demand will continue to have positive impact on the national coffee industry. And yes, so viewers, hopefully the domestic coffee industry will be able to continue its recovery and will continue its positive contributions to the national economy. And yes, stay with us because market headlines will be right back after this quick break.